A funny story about the Arauhan of Udo. After I did the work, when I was carrying it, the particular position where the site of house was, the palm got broken there. The palm tree got broken there.
It's actually an amazing time. I was able to connect with the amazing sculptor who made the Arauhan of Udo. Remember 2 years ago when I actually made that post online and it went viral. Many people were asking questions and was like, who's the artist? Who is the artist? His name is not here. So after all that time, I was able to connect with his daughter, Progress, and we find for 2 years we were trying to book this interview to meet this amazing man, this amazing sculptor. And finally, I am here today. So, sir, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
Thank you very much, sir. So, please, sir, I would like you to just introduce yourself and tell us who you are beyond being a sculptor. Because many of us, yes, we know you are the Victor Osunde of Benin Kingdom. So, please just tell us who you are beyond that.
Well, I'm sculptor Victor Samuel Sunde,
Okay.
based here in Benin,
All right.
but I've sculpted all over the country.
Wow. Wow.
You know, most of my works are not only in Benin, they are in the east,
Okay.
Onitsha, Owerri, Enugu.
Wow.
My works are in Abuja, Mina, Kaduna, and even up to Sokoto.
Oh my God! The sculptors that walk around the
You know,
country, like, this is
I've
amazing.
done a lot of work.
Wow.
You know, right here, over here in Benin, I did realistic sculptures.
Okay.
Then at Abuja, I did pillar works.
Okay. Pillar design.
Yeah, spiral. I introduced spiral pillar designs to the architecture of Nigeria. Abuja, Federal Capital Territory at Abuja, Nasarawa State, Benue State,
Wow.
Kaduna State, Kano State, Kebbi State,
You should be a traveler.
and Sokoto.
Oh my God!
You know, so I've traveled a lot and I've done a lot of
And you're
work.
the one who actually brought out that style. That's
Yes, I introduced that spiral design to the architecture.
and now it's being used.
Now
all
it's being
over.
used all over.
Wow, that is amazing. Like, you can imagine, he's not only a sculptor, but I would say he's also an inventor, because the kind of technique that has currently gone around the world currently now, it's actually introduced by this man. I think you guys will see one of the pictures that will be shown on the screen. Like, you could see the pictures of when he started it, like back in the days and everything. Like, it's a long way coming.
The Arauhan statue I did at Udo was actually done here in Benin. I moved it from Benin after completion to Udo.
Wow.
You know, I had some funny experience with the work.
Over time.
Yes, whilst delivering the work. Because but I was able to conquer it.
We're able to conquer it. That's the main thing.
To further prove who the model was.
Yeah.
The Arauhan statue,
Yeah.
but it was really a myth
Yeah, exactly.
to the Benin Kingdom.
Exactly.
It was the elder brother to Oba Esige,
Okay.
you know, and I was invited by the Edo State Art Council in 1989.
1989. Wow.
You know.
So that is really,
So
that is really old.
yes, quite old. Then after then, I also did other sculptures of the same Arauhan.
Of the same one.
Of the same Arauhan. One was at the GRA, of which I later moved that one. I presented it to Uniben.
That was the one. That was the one that went viral. That many of you saw. Yes, that was the one that went viral over social media.
So I presented that one to the head of department of Uniben, Fine Art Department, who later moved it to Ubowo campus.
The main campus.
By the VC's office.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting meeting you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I'm really, really happy to be here.
So,
I'm really happy to be here. So your journey, like, into sculpture, how did it begin? How did you venture into sculpture?
Well, I would say it's a thing from birth.
Tell me about it, sir.
So my father was an engineer though, but he was good in carving.
Whoa.
Was in Benin, and you know we Benin's are known for our sculpture.
Yes.
So my father had interest in carving, in sculptural work. So I would say I had an influence from him. And I just derived, because of that few saying that he could carve, made me show interest in art.
Hmm.
So at the course of my drawing, I will just see somebody I like, I'll just get a pen and sketch and present. I graduated from secondary school 1981.
Hmm.
So then I now gained admission to College of Education.
Oh. Oh.
Education, where I studied fine art. In fact, I was fully introduced into fine art sculpture at College of Education
Before you knew them.
before uni.
Wow.
And my project work after my college of education was I was invited by the then principal of Idia College
Hmm.
to make the statue of Queen Idia, which is at the center of the college
Till today.
till today. I made him as a warrior, the Benin warrior that used to use sword to fight, to conquer walls for the empire. Then I was honored by that job, which I did. And after I graduated from the College of Education, my school promised sponsoring me for my degree. They wanted to give me a scholarship sponsorship.
Hmm.
But at the end, the then provost called me later and said, government has cut down their subvention. They are sorry they cannot continue.
Hmm.
So I told him, well, no problem. The Lord is my strength. And I went ahead. I gained the admission. They gave me the admission. Unibank gave me the admission to do my degree course there, which I spent 2 years after the college education
Yeah.
to obtain my degree. You know, while in the college education, I was honored as the best student of art.
Wow. Wow.
So I have my certificate with me. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Then also, after my youth service too, I was also honored as the best copper of the year.
Hmm.
You
Wow.
understand me? I did several works
Honor.
for the governor of Ogun State, where I did my youth service. I did a water fountain of Babangida, General Babangida, projecting him on a trail of love, which symbolizes Ogun State's love for him, for what he was doing in rebuilding the country.
Hmm.
So I made that fountain for the state government, and the state government also honored me with that.
Hmm. Another honor again.
Yes, they honored me with that. So after my youth service, I decided to settle as a sculptor.
Wow.
So I started first from Benin here. Works now moved me to Lagos.
Hmm.
So I was in Lagos for another 1 year. After a year, I returned back to Benin when the then director of arts and culture invited all sculptors in Benin to a meeting, SMA meeting.
In the sun.
Yeah, so they now commissioned us if we all go to a various locality to come up with models of artifacts that can fit our culture or that can project our culture.
Okay.
So I now came up with the idea of Arauhan.
Okay, that was when the that's where it began.
That's when it started. So I now made a small model of the statue of Arauhan.
How did you get to know about the story of Arauhan?
My uncle was a chief
Hmm.
in the palace, and usually while we were young, we visit him and he tells us stories. You know, more so, my father was also close to the palace.
Okay.
You understand me? So they relayed a lot of history to us, and I showed interest in culture.
Okay.
I personally showed interest
You're a lover
in
of culture.
You understand me? So not just as a sculptor, but as a projector of Benin art.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
So I was interested in projecting
Benin art to the
Benin
world.
artwork to the world. So I did several models of different chiefs. I was commissioned by most of the chiefs
Hmm.
to make a bust of their father. I also did that of Chief Eru, the bust of the father of the late Chief Eru,
Wow.
of which during the Benin centenary, I was also honored and commissioned to make the statue of Chief Eru of Urudu,
Hmm.
which is mounted by the moat at
Okay.
Iyaro.
Wow.
Then the after then the Art Council now invited us for the Benin centenary works, so of which I was also given a statue to do there of Chief Obayiwana, the chief who committed suicide
Hmm.
when the white men said we were going to execute them after the Benin massacre.
Okay.
So he now said, who are the white men to execute the chiefs? So he said, for a white man to kill him, he rather kill himself.
Yeah.
So he pulled out his sword and cut his neck. So I made that
Wow.
statue of Chief Obayiwana for the Benin centenary.
Hmm.
So
This is deep.
that was the beginning of my major works.
Okay. Okay. Because after then, now people start getting noticed,
Getting
and
noticed and people were inviting me. So and
that was before the travels.
that was before I traveled. Before I now went to Mina.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I visited, my younger brother did his youth service at Mina, Niger State. So I went there, I made some models, designed his studio,
Okay.
because he was into photography. So I designed his studio with artwork, spiral designs, spiral pillar work, and other arc designs.
Art designs.
So whenever there are builders visit his studio and see those works, they say, who did that work? He will say his elder brother. They will invite me, I should come. So I saw myself going to Mina almost every 2 weeks to handle
Every
work.
2 weeks to handle work.
Yes.
It was back to back.
So it got to a point I had to buy a land there and build a house.
At least since you are going there every 2 weeks,
Yes, I had to
you have
buy
something there
I had to
too.
buy a land there and build a house, and I started my full sculpture
Wow.
right there. It became works of pillar design
So purely that means
Purely-
architecture had and you fused both sculpture and architecture
and
together.
architecture to my work.
Whoa. Whoa.
So I started designing. Once they just cast their pillar, will come there. Even if it's square shape, I can change it to spiral shape, to round shape. I can change it to any shape that I desire. You understand me? So I made a lot of designs into their sculpture until I met a client who is known as AA Oil at Abuja. He saw the pillar work I did for the Catholic Church at Kaduna. When he saw those works, he went into the church. He's a Muslim, oh.
Because of the work, he went to the church.
Because of the war, he had to go into the church and requested to meet with the Reverend Father. So it was the Reverend Father who gave him my phone number, of which he used in inviting me to Abuja. He said it was a law that they said he had just the pillar was just 2 pillars before, but I made those 2 giant pillars to become a very big, mighty pillar, and changing the shape to become a spiral design. So he said he feels he can work with me. So in fact, that was how he commissioned me to design a site for him containing about 25 pillars.
25
Pillars. So I had to design those pillars. After I designed those pillars for him, it became a thing that he could no longer do without me. Once we finish this site, move to the next site.
Back
You
to
see,
back.
so I did a continuous work. Both Saturday, Sunday, I had no time for myself.
Yeah.
Continuous work for good 9 years, 9.5 years.
9.5
Half
years.
years. Continuous work.
Oh my God.
So God blessed me through him.
Wow.
And from there, other builders
Started connecting.
in Federal Capital Territory started connecting with me.
Oh my.
Builders from Kaduna State, builders from Benue State, all of them started inviting me. So I was always on road, traveling and going to do the work.
Jeez.
Initially, I started by making the work alone myself. I was the one designing all the pillars myself.
Yourself, you alone.
All I just do is just employ a helper to be mixing for me to work. When it got to a point, I decided to employ some helper which I now trained.
Like apprentices.
Some were messy.
Okay.
So because of their experience of plastering, I had to teach them how to make it, how to form it as a sculptural work. You understand me?
Yeah.
So, but I had to be doing the major work myself. I did all the works. So God so blessed me over there.
That's it.
So within them too, Eze Amuda, the king at Owerri, invited me. That he saw the work I did, the Arauhan statue I did, that they want a similar work, but not Arauhan, but a palm wine tapper with a bicycle. I think
yes, I saw the picture.
So I did the work here in Benin and moved it to Owerri.
Wait, it's concrete. Did you see I moved it away?
Moved it to Owerri. Then I also introduced another water fountain of the water, both spraying from the pool, surrounding of the pool and the trumpet. So it was amazing.
It was really amazing. Like the fusing of both sculpture and architecture together.
So it became a lovely thing. Several churches were interested in my water fountain of the angel. I did that first one semi-nude.
Semi-nude. What does that mean?
What I mean, you can see part of the belly.
Half naked.
Half naked and
fully clothed.
Okay. So, but because of other people that were interested in it, I now did a shimmy. Wore the angel with shimmy to cover that her tummy area to further project it to make it more decent and neater.
Yeah.
So in fact, other people now started showing a lot of interest. So I did that. Then after I did that catfish, I was also invited by General Said at Kontangora, Niger State. I went to Kontangora, Niger State, to make a water fountain of an angel, of fish fountain. But this time around, it's not catfish. It's the type of fish they have in their region. So I did that there too.
I mean, so you saw the fish before you started the work.
So in fact, from there, several works. I also did another fountain, a palm fountain.
Palm fountain.
Yes. Water sprays from the leaves.
Yeah.
I did that.
This is crazy.
So I did that at Mina, Niger State. So I did several works all over the country. In fact, it's interesting meeting with you.
Thank you.
I wish I can take you round.
Yes, I can see everything.
You can see everything and see.
And document them. I am in awe of the fact that you're able to do all this.
Then this one was this Arauhan
yes, tell me more about the Arauhan.
It's 12 feet tall.
And how many are they?
I did about 4.
4 Arauhan.
Yes.
And I think people talk about
2 here in Benin. I did one is Onitsha. The branch off from Onitsha.
Arauhan is in Onitsha.
It's Onitsha, but I didn't make him fully as Arauhan because the man said his father was a palm wine tapper. So I projected the Arauhan not wearing the Benin crown,
Okay, okay, okay.
the Benin crown on the head, the
Yes, just like the
hairstyle
one that you have, that
I
you
have
did second
there.
one.
So I made him with the Igbo
It's
cap,
a cap. Okay.
you understanding? Then he carried palm wine by his shoulder,
Hmm.
whilst holding the palm tree to sweep.
Sweeping.
You know, so a lot of work. I did a lot of work.
So with over the years now, sir.
Then I was also invited
Hmm.
to Ida.
Either.
Ida.
Either.
I made a statue of Queen Ida, Queen Inikwi.
Who is she?
Inikwi. She's called Inikwi
Nikki.
at Ida.
I've never heard about her before. Funny.
It's Kogi State.
Okay, 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 okay. I don't see Benin. No, no,
It's
no.
Kogi State.
Wow.
They have to cross the river from Aginebode
So get there.
to get there. Though I had a terrible experience with the river while going. The river started moving in the opposite direction
Hmm?
when I was coming back. So while they called me again, I said I was not going to follow the river. I would follow the main road, passing through Okene to the
Wow.
place.
Wow.
So I now made the king of Ida for them too,
Made the
Yeah.
sculptural work of the king.
of the Ata of Ida. In
So, sir,
fact,
how has faith accompanied you with all this?
I would say it's God. It's God that.
So you have to believe that God gave you all these
Oh,
ideas now
I really don't look for work. Work looks for
for
me.
you.
I'll just be home. I will receive a call. Where are you? We saw you work. Please come over. That's how I've been getting on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So you
So
created
in the
the
same manner, the king of Ilaro, Ogun
king of
State,
Ogun, and that one again.
yes, he invited me to come and design his palace. So I designed the palace of the king of Ilaro.
The entire palace.
Yes, the entire palace. I designed the sculptural pillars and statues of a trumpeter and a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did the pillars and the arc design. The arc design.
And yes.
I made the logo of the kingdom for them over there. I also have
I saw it. I saw
Yes.
it. Pure conflict too.
so I projected the pillar carrying their own crown.
Yeah.
The head of the pillar is their own crown, the crown of the king.
Crown of the king.
Yes, that's the portrait.
Wow. Wow.
So sculpture is an interesting course of study. It is an interesting job to say you can rely on. If not for
The present.
the present situation of the country,
I wanted to ask about that.
because the present situation of the country has hindered sculpture
That's okay. Yeah.
from being projected. Because most people who have the money to project works, most times these days they are scared doing works of our government. When you design your work, you design your house so much, government will start inquiring into your
Don't
wealth,
know exactly who you are.
who you are and what you are. So that discourages most of our top men from commissioning sculptors to work. But I would say God really honored me because I did a lot of work at Abuja. The whole Maitama, the pillar works in Maitama.
I know Maitama.
Maitama, I was given a place because of that work. I was given a space at Maitama to be staying.
Maitama is one of the most expensive places in Abuja.
Yes, I was given a space.
Wow.
I was given a big flat. to be
Wow.
staying in Maitama. I was living there with my boys.
So I think you believe the scripture that says the gift of a man maketh room for him and brings him before great men.
That is just it. It's a gift. It's a natural gift. If you are really talented, you don't really need to labor.
But it's
God-
talent enough currently now. It's talent enough because now, as you talked about it, you were inspired by your father. And as
Yeah.
you were inspired by your father, you also still went to school.
I went to school to
You went to
operate.
college education.
Yes.
You still further to Uniben.
Yes.
So, and just after then, You must say getting all these jobs.
all the jobs.
So is talent enough?
And talent is to an extent. Talent is an extent. To an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. But most times is a natural gift.
So you feel
A
if you don't
sculptor is born.
yes, yes.
Even if you don't go to school, if you are really a creative man, you will be able to start. Because if you go to our Benin, Igun Street,
Yes, yes, yes. Most of them
didn't go to school.
it's passed from generation to generation.
So it's passed from generation to generation. You just train your children as you are working, your children are copying
Yes.
and learning from you. And in course of doing that, they also become sculptors.
Sculptors themselves.
But most of those works are basically casting works. The real model work are sculptors. So
Yes.
they are the real sculptors. So we learn how to model from scratch, from mere clay,
From concrete and clay.
from mere clay to concrete.
Yeah.
And we use other mediums.
Other mediums.
Because when I started marketing my work, I started using body filler
Yes.
to reproduce works,
But
not fiberglass,
not resin though.
not resin.
Body
I
filler
started body filler, the one they use in 14
car.
I use that in producing hands in prayers. So in fact, it was the hands in prayers I was producing. I started mass producing those works and marketing them to pay my school fees.
And they sold.
And it sold. Initially, it was just the Christian, and I now introduced the chaplet into it.
Okay.
The Catholic chaplet into it. You know, if you look at the mold are in two forms.
Okay.
One has hip, and one does not have hip.
One is just a depth.
One is just a depth.
And a depth.
One has a hip and the depth. So the one that does not have hip is the one he does with his leg. It is mystical, using his mystical power to dig, to project. If he punch his leg on the ground, that place will go down. The ground will divide. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Then the other one, the dog with hip, was the one he used slaves.
Okay, so they packed. That is why that hip is
They
there.
picked it there. So that during traditional wars, when their rivals are coming, they fall into the moat, and our warriors will just capture them. You understand me? So when it was at Udo, he was made as the king over Udo.
Okay.
Because they could not make him. The father he decided not to make him king in Benin. He was supposed to be the king in Benin. Whilst they were born, while Obaisige and himself was born, he was born first. But because he didn't talk, didn't speak, he didn't cry.
Okay.
So they didn't touch him with his staff. That makes him, that staff automatically makes him the next in line. So, but when they had Arauhan in the morning and had Obaisige in the evening. So the child they had in the evening cried first. So, and once in the royalty, once they touch the child with the staffs, that child must inherit the seat.
Wow.
So as they touched him with the staff, Obaisige became the king. So for them not to be rival between both of them was why his late father, Olwade, now made him a king at Udo to block foreigners from coming from Lagos, from Ondo side, entering Benin. So he blocked that zone that the Yoruba warriors cannot penetrate, cannot come to Benin. When he wanted to die, he didn't die. He was not buried. They didn't see his corpse to bury. He walked into the valley, one of the moats that he digged. If you go to Udo, that means 2 months is still there till
Still
tomorrow.
get it tomorrow.
And while they are doing this festival, they still have the cry, the roar from that month
From that month,
till tomorrow.
as in there's a roar
Yes, there's a roar when they are doing that festival
up to
up
tomorrow.
till tomorrow. Whenever they are doing that festival, they must still hear
Are you serious?
that roar from him. And in fact, a funny story about the Arauhan of Udo. After I did the work, when I was carrying it there, the particular position where his site of house was, the palm got broken there.
Mm-hmm.
The palm tree got broken there
When you were moving the
when
work.
I was moving the work at Udo City. Now, the palm got broken at that place. So after I mounted the work, I was repairing, trying to refix the work. I did it the first time. I came back the second day to open it. Normally, if you use a very strong mixture of 2 to 1,
Yes.
it will stay when you open.
Yes.
But I came to open, the work breaks again.
Ah.
I did the second time. I came the third day to reopen, it breaks again. So the third time, my mother now said, he will follow me to see what is really happening. Let me go and see what is happening to my work, because I became scared.
Yeah.
You know, whilst I was doing that work, an aged man walked towards me, sat down at one corner, or stood by one corner whilst I was doing the work. He was looking at me. So it got to a point, my mother said, I should go and offer that man a gift. Mother gave me kola nut. I went to offer the man. I greeted him. I said, this is my gift for you. The man looked at me and smiled. He said, my son, when you give a gift to somebody who is destroying your work, will you still destroy the work?
Mm-hmm.
When you give a gift to somebody who is destroying or somebody who does not want that work to stay, will you still destroy the work? And I said, no, so that your work will not break again. And that was the end.
That was the end.
Till today, when I came back the following day to open the work stayed till today. Projecting to me that it was the Arauhan himself who appeared to me. Ooh. When I asked question about it, they told me it was the Arauhan himself who was doing that thing. He was the one who appeared to me to bless me with the work. So I'll say it today, I give glory to God because I'm honored to that job.
To that work.
So Arauhan was a great work. It was a great work from my history.
Wow.
And my father was from that same zone. He originated from that same zone, from Ovia.
Okay.
My father's father was from Ovia. Basically, Igbo Sodi, Nebudin was my father. But they related with the Udo community. The Udo community controls all those zones. While his mother is from Igbobo. My father's mother was from Igbobo. It's a great history, and I'm proud to be a Bini man.
Wow.
To be a Bini man.
Honestly.
And my job, which I projected of our Benin, never put me to shame.
At all. Because it's really getting recognition everywhere.
So everywhere I went, once I introduced myself as from Benin, I'm honored. In fact, when the Oba of Ilaro invited me, in fact, I was honored because I was a Benin man. So he was happy to see me do those work for him. You go to that palace tomorrow and ask about me, he will tell you.
Wow.
Within them too, the Oba of Udo was okay. And Lagos also invited me. I also went to design his palace. Then the Oba of Kanji.
All these Obas are calling you.
Of Kanji, they were calling me. They saw your work in Abuja, they saw your work in this, they saw your work. That's how God was blessing me. So it was God doing it, not me.
Yeah.
So, and it's good as a sculptor, do your best and leave the rest to God.
Oh,
You just have to do your model, do your best, and allow God project you. I will say it's God that actually projected me.
then I think we really heard a lot. I don't even know what to say again, sir.
It's God that
I'm
actually,
speechless at this moment.
it's God that actually projected me.
Oh,
Because
glory
you
to
see my
him. All glory to him.
artwork.
Yes, yes.
I will just design pillar that I just form an arc. When an architect is just there, I say, okay, don't worry, pillar here, pillar here, pillar here, and arc design. And I did several types of art design, not just the type you see.
Yes.
That you use molds
So my move to just
cast,
have.
to pre-mold, to cast. I model direct. Most of my works are direct work, not cast.
So if you would say, sir,
Yeah.
your generation and my generation of artists, of artists in general, not just sculptors,
Yeah.
are we putting in the efforts that your generation puts in?
No, your effort, not that your generation is not moving. Your generation, in our time, people were much in love with art because art was part of our culture. It was part of our keeping of history. Our forefathers kept their history with artwork.
Artworks, yes.
We were able to know the history of Benin from our artworks.
Yes, yes, yes.
You understand me? So that made the love for art to be high during our time. But during your time now, I would say computer.
Yes, technology.
Technology has changed everything.
Yeah.
So people are no longer much interested in artwork. They just believe in simple finishing.
Simple finishing.
Simple finishing. That's how this line pillar was done. Simple finishing. It was when I got to Abuja, it was a line pillar they were doing in Abuja. It was a line pillar they were doing in Abuja. But it was once I got to Abuja that I introduced this spiral pillar. You understand? Once I got to Abuja that I introduced the spiral pillar, it now became a talk of the town. Because they paid me more than what they were paying those line pillar works. Because they saw me that my own is more involving. I would say Arauhan statue influenced my works. It projected me. It made me known.
People got to know about the work. Many people didn't know about you.
Yes.
And I don't know what exactly was that, but how did it make you feel like?
Because after I did that work was when there was a problem within the state and they break the art council. You know, the former director was removed from here when they now created the Delta State.
Okay, from Bendel.
From Bendel State. So it was then Bendel State when I did that work. So when they now created Bendel State, so they now that Mr. Asoro then was the director of art and culture. He was moved. Then there were some group of people from the abroad who came looking for me. The art council could not describe my house, my father's house, to them to give them my address. So those white men could not get to me.
Why?
They went to the Oba Obi. The Oba Obi ordered them they should go and look for me and bring me. But because they could not look for me, they wanted to get another sculpture to represent me.
To represent you. Like seriously.
I'm telling you. So the Oba, knowing me, refused accepting those people. So when I came, then I was in Mina. When I came, I visited the Oba. The Oba's younger brother. I said, Victor, where have you been? They've been looking for me. I said, I'm around. If they wanted to see me, they would have gotten to my address, to my house. I have a house in Benin. My father's house is there. Once they get there, at least they will contact me. I will come over. I said, they didn't call me. They said, oh. Said those white men, they've gone. They said they were so much interested in that Arauhan statue and they wanted to see me. So that was how I missed that opportunity. Because of art of men. Greed. They wanted to call another sculptor to go and do the work to present me. The Oba, knowing me, refused. May his soul rest in peace. Then of Iridian. He said he wants to see Victor.
So that was why now, after the work now went, people like they didn't even get to know who exactly was the artist.
Yes.
or
Even while they were using the work for artwork or something,
Yeah.
for projecting the work, they never knew, because although I inscribed my name on the work, that was why they could not erase my name from it. I wrote my name on the work.
You wrote your name.
I wrote my name on the work. So that was why they could not totally emulate my name or my person from the work. You understand? So, and when I also came, because of that, I had to visit the Inoge of Udo to formally introduce myself, let him really know. Because whilst we mounted that work, the Inoge was not around. You understand me? So it was the Art Council that commissioned me, that received the work from me, and presented on my behalf. What you do as a young sculptor is you do functional art. It's functional art that is really paying now.
So I think my generation should focus on
functional art. You understand? Because when you do functional art, you get market for it. They do creative art. When I say creative
out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary, you create a form that is appealing.
Yeah, okay.
So some good men of the country can show interest in it and commission you to come and use it, because I did a lot of design for so many hotels. There are hotels in Abuja,
and they are all functional,
and they are functionality today.
From your experience over the years, over the past decades, because these are decades of experience, what is one thing that you would say to my generation of artists, like in being consistent, in practicing, in developing themselves? What is that thing that you'd say kept you going?
They should keep courage. Never get disappointed. Never get discouraged. They should never get discouraged, because your day may come. It's like a miracle. Art is miracle. It's not every day you get a job, but one job can come and change your story. When that third one came, that money was a big money. Then they were selling a car, 3,000. I bought my first car for 3,500.
From art money.
Art money.
Wow.
Daxon Bluebird.
Wow.
I bought that car for 3,500. The one earning 29,000. I removed 3,500. And in course of doing that job, I didn't do it up to 10,000.
You really got to your gain now.
So that was it. Wow. And from there, it started increasing. I got the second one for 35,000. The one I presented to Unibet. It was 35,000. I did that.
So how old did that work?
That job is also as old as I did that job in 1991 or 92.
Oh,
92. About 2 years after that work.
And it's still so magnificent up to you.
Still standing till tomorrow. All you do is just you repaint.
Yes.
Maintenance. It's maintenance you need. You repaint your work. Because the ratio mixture that we were taught in school is a ratio of 2 to 1.
2 to 1, yes. Pure solidity.
Pure solidity. But now your 2 to 1 then is no longer
2 to 1. Yes. Because even the quality of the material.
Yeah, because now I use 1 to 1. 1 to 1 ratio mixture. If I measure 1 hairpan of sand, I put 2 hairpan of sand. I put one bag of cement. That's 1 to 1.
Wow.
So it's strong. Because the quality of cement then is not the same.
They can't just do the same thing.
Now, so anybody who is using the old style to build a house, that's why their houses are cracking and collapsing. You understand? That's why houses now are collapsing.
So the solidity is no longer there.
No longer there.
Did you expect your work to be that popular? Like the Arauhan work. When you
You know,
see that
Arauhan himself was a popular
person,
person.
that's what figure.
He was a great giant in the whole Benin history. His activities were quite unique because he started by using his leg
To create
to create the gully. That gutter that he created was his leg used in doing it. Before, he was now mobilizing the soldiers and the citizens and the captured slaves
and use them
to be digging, carrying the cement with their sand, the sand with their head, and heaping it in a section. You see, anyone you see that is heaped is the one he dug with slaves. And the one that is not heaped is the one he dug with barefoot.
So you really actually knew that definitely this work will actually get somewhere one day.
Of course, I did.
And look at it now.
Of course,
20-something years later.
Yeah. Of course, I did.
You feel like the talk of the states.
Because as at then, my work was the biggest. Was the biggest, highest sculpture.
I believe, yeah, definitely in Benin. Yes.
Compared to the whole other work.
Yeah. It's just now that giants will start coming out and they're putting an roundabout.
I was so much in love with him. And that gave me courage.
Yeah.
In making
to dare that.
To do the work.
What is one thing that you would want people to remember you for? In both your work and as a person?
I want to have a fear. I'm a Christian. Children these days should have the fear of God. Once you trust in God, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Once you have your trust in God, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Creation can come through your dreams.
Yes.
You can be inspired through your dream. Do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
You can be inspired through your dream. You can be inspired from stories, just mere stories people talk about something. As an artist, you should be able to create something from that story. So you can come up with a design and give it a name.
You advise young artists now to, as much as possible,
they should be creative
and be creative.
Ideas
can come from anywhere.
It can come.
You can never know the one that will actually make it.
God can just inspire you. You may just be sleeping, God will just reveal a dream. Or you may just be watching some films. Like now, your people are even better now. You see good things to watch from television. You can be inspired from some of the things you watch. You can be inspired from all scenes that you see. You understand me? To project a work. You can try to project the best weightlifter.
Exactly.
Or the best boxer.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Attached to it. So it has been an amazing time. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being as open as this to us. Letting we younger generation understand the fact that art is not just the way it is now. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And definitely, I look forward to we going to go and see the other massive one.
No problem.
So that we can see it.
I'll take you there.
No problem, sir. No problem.
So it's not fully finished.
No problem.
It's semi-finished.
All right. So guys, it was an amazing time. I hope every one of you were able to actually get one or two things from this. At least hearing this from a legend, I would say, a living legend, is something that I feel every one of us should take serious as much as possible. Whether you're a young artist, already a matured artist, a contemporary artist, pick up these ideas. You've heard the things he has said. Connect with your culture, hold God as much as possible. Always trust in him and keep practicing. Functional art is important now because you see the way the art space is. It's not being recognized in Nigeria as much as it was back then. So take up functional art. Whether you're in school studying it, take it serious. I really want to appreciate every one of you watching this for your time. And I hope you guys enjoy one or two things. So please drop in the comment section what you got, any questions and whatsoever. But now, finally, you've seen the artist, you've heard about the artist, and I feel you guys will still have many questions, but no problem. It's all right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.